The Dixon school resource officer who stopped a shooter from hurting others is sitting down exclusively with Local 4's Sean Logging. That interview is tonight's top story. The shooting happened back in May. Local 4 News learned from police the suspect walked into the school and opened fire. That's when school resource officer Mark Dallas responded, chasing the suspect from the building and exchanging gunfire with the former student. Dallas was shot at by the suspect during that incident but was unharmed. 19-year-old Matt Milby was arrested and charged. Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner signed 2 public safety bills into law. The so-called red flag gun law allows families and police to seek emergency restraining orders to keep guns out of the hands of those that might be a danger to others. The second law signed by the governor would place a 72-hour waiting period for the delivery of any gun purchased in Illinois.
Now have the ability for a law enforcement officer or a family member to go to a judge with definitive proof of erratic behavior, suicide notes, hostile postings, and have a judge adjudicate that person a danger to his or herself or another.
In an interview you will only see here on Local 4 News, Officer Mark Dallas sat down to discuss the importance of the governor's push for new legislation allowing tax money to pay for school resource officers and mental health professionals in schools. Local 4 Sean Logging joins us live in Dixon with the exclusive on why Officer Dallas says this legislation is so important. Sean?
Yes, Tiffany. In my one-on-one interview with Officer Mark Dallas, he says the role of a school resource officer is a lot different than being a patrol officer. Dallas tells me he serves the role as a coach, mentor, counselor, and sometimes even a parent to the students under his watch. He was with Governor Rauner and area lawmakers today as they stress why a bill to help schools get an SRO is so important. If a school decides it would allow them to allocate tax dollars to fund a school resource officer and/or a mental health professional. Dallas has spent 24 years as a school resource officer, and the last 4 of them have been at Dixon High School. He says under the current formula for funding, it's sometimes hard for schools to afford this position.
If they can change the laws the way that the school system uses the money that is allotted to them, I think it's a great thing. It's a wonderful thing, especially the smaller communities that have very few officers. It's a win-win no matter what.
Here at Dixon High School, that win was seen 2 months ago when Officer Dallas helped apprehend the suspect, 19-year-old Matthew Milby, without any of the students or staff getting injured during that incident. Dallas also says that in addition to his role, every year students in the district practice active shooter training to be ready for these types of incidents. Tonight at 10, how he says his role helps to build bridges in the community between young adults and the police. Live in Dixon, Sean Logging, Local 4 News.
Sean, thank you. And Officer Dallas says right now he is enjoying time with his family, but is getting ready to head back to Dixon High School this fall.